What is up? Welcome to another edition of Live Locks presented by Scores and Odds. If you haven't checked it out already, just making bad life choices, going over to scoresandodds.com where you got picks from me, Nancy, Daniel, all the greats. Plus, you get access to our nice little prop shopping tool right here on the screen where you can see exactly what we have projected for each individual prop. Plus, where the best lines at. Most importantly, you get access to Grant's Action Lounge. What is Grant's Action Lounge? Well, it's where I'm throwing in all my bets each and every day. So you get in as soon as the lines go there so they don't move. So going over to scoresandodds.com/Discord, throwing it in the chat right now. Boom, in the chat. We got some bets today. Absolutely crushed yesterday. Let's see. Won 7 units off of 28 units. So pretty darn solid. Yeah, things going well. Up about 50 G's so far since February when we started. Yeah, let's just get right into it. Kyrie Irving over 3.5 assists. You can get this minus 120 at Betway, minus 130 over at DK, over to MGM. I still like it at minus 130. Kyrie, 0 assist game in the last game, only played 26 minutes. Rumors are they want to ship him out, but who knows if that'll end up happening. Kyrie Irving is averaging 4.7, 4.8 assists per game last month, so only had 2 games so far this month. Should see an increase in this. 3.5 is just far too low of a line for pretty much any given lineup. We have him projected for around 32 minutes, making this an easy over. Kevin Durant over 6.5 rebounds, minus 115 at Betway. Let's see what it is at other places. I know Betway isn't in a lot of places, but I'm in Phoenix right now, and so they're letting me bet on things. Yeah. So Durant, you can still get it minus 132. I don't hate that matchup versus Philly. Obviously, they're going to be without Embiid, without Harden, without Maxey, so it's a whole different lineup than normal. Sabonis over 33.5 points, rebound, assist, minus 115 at Betway. I think minus 115 over at DraftKings too. 33.5 is just far too low of a number. Generally sitting at 36.5 in most games. I've seen as high as 38.5 in some games. Going up against Memphis, obviously, Adams is not the greatest matchup in the world, but this is projected to be a high-scoring, close game. I think the spread's sitting at 1.5 with a 235 total. Roughly. Sabonis, we only have projected for 34. I think that's drastically too low. He's averaging 20, 11, and 6 so far this month. So right around the 38.5 that he's generally at, making this far too low of a line. DeAndre Ayton over 15.5 points. Also have him over 9.5 rebounds. Going up against the Lakers, Lakers give up more rebounds than any other team in the league so far this season to opposing centers. Well below average in terms of below average defense against centers overall, giving up a decent amount of points, 22.56 the last time I checked, I believe. Ayton in there, no Chris Paul. Should see a decent amount of workload. Probably going to need him in there going up against Davis. So this is an easy over here for both of those. Tobias Harris over 18.5 points, minus 105 over a win, minus 105 over a DK2, I think, and MGM. Too low of a line, 18.5 points, considering Max is out, Harden's out, what's his name's out, Embiid's out. Hitting it over on him and hitting it over on DeAnthony Melton. Minus 112 over at Bet Rivers, line sitting at 15.5. Both these guys should end up having a massive amount of usage. Joe Harris over 9.5 points, minus 103. Joe Harris will get his 10 points like he normally does. We have him currently projected for close to 11 in this spot. John Concher, under 2.5 assists, minus 123 at Caesars. Under 20.5 points, rebounds, assists, minus 115 at Betway. They haven't really adjusted this line nearly enough. Looks like Ja Morant got upgraded to questionable. I think he ends up playing here, making that an easy under. And Dylan Brooks, under 28.5 points, rebounds, assists, under 3.5 assists. Both those over at Betway, minus 115 on the points, rebounds, assists, minus 141 on the assist. Betway is, I only think the only one that's really worth it for the assist line, although Dylan Brooks does not like to pass. If Ja Morant's in there, he's not coming remotely close to this line. If Ja Morant isn't in there, I still don't think he ends up paying this line. Doesn't like to pass the ball too much, hitting all those unders. I think Morant ends up playing. Steven Adams, under 8.5 or 9.5 rebounds. We currently have him projected for 8.5. Too high of a line there. You can get that minus 120 over at Betway. Jaren Jackson Jr., over 5.5 rebounds. I know that Jaren Jackson Jr., obviously just getting back into the swing of things. We don't have a huge sample size of him in this offense so far this season because he hasn't played too much. He's only getting 25 minutes per game, but first 2 games, 12 rebounds, 6 rebounds. He's doing a lot on the boards, should probably still play 25 minutes, making this line ridiculously low. Plus, you're getting it plus 100 over at Bet Rivers. Let's see where it's at other places. It might just be Bet Rivers, Barstool. If you don't know already, Bet Rivers, Barstool, Unibet, I think all have the same lines. We currently have them projected 5.41. Don't understand that at all. Matchup versus Sacramento, high-paced matchup. Easily going over. Kevin Huerter under 14.5 points, minus 110 over at Betway. I think it's a similar line than some other spots. Huerter, minus 119 over at Caesars. I'd still take it at that. We currently have them projected for 13.77. I feel like that's a little bit low, or a little bit high, I mean. Marvin Bagley under 20.5 points, rebounds, assists, minus 120 over at Betway. Bagley could end up getting into foul trouble at this spot here. Tends to get in foul trouble fairly often. Not a great point per minute producer. Looking at his game log here, he did hit the over in the last one barely. He's not getting any assists. Hit the under in 4 straight prior to the last game where he hit the over by the hook. Don't know why they're keeping this line so high. Doesn't really make sense to me. Our current projections have him, I think, a bit lower, 19.31. Still getting minus 120 over at DraftKings is the other spot. Michael Porter Jr. under 6.5 rebounds. For some reason, they keep putting this up this high. I don't understand it. Realistically, this is one that I've been hitting pretty often. We currently have him projected for 5.64 in this spot here. Pulling up his game log right now. Leaf just fell outside, and that's pretty neato. But 5, 3, 3, 1, 4, 6, 6, 9, 6. He's hit this over once this month. I know that Jokic isn't in there. I know that his minutes can be in flux, but I just don't understand this at all. Yeah, these are the bets. These are the bets I have. Finally back into the black this month. I had one really rough day that kind of just crushed us. But if you've been in the Discord, up like 7 Gs with the ones there in the Discord. So again, go to scoresandodds.com/Discord, get signed up there. If you have Scores and Odds or RG Premium. If not, then we're running a basketball pass right now. Currently, I think it's at $189.99. I think the price just moved up, but still absolutely worth it. Get it all the way through the end of basketball season. Just a great deal. Get all sports. Get my Discord. Get all the bets. If you're degenerate and just want to make some money, well, I have so far on this show. Since February, I've given out 3,000 bets, and we only have this on 5 days a week. Only had it on 3 days a week for most of it. So yeah, go get signed up. That's the show. That's it. Good luck. Be back tomorrow. Not coming on Thursday. Obviously, Thanksgiving. Got other things to do. Plus, football games start early. Got a bunch of work. So, drops will be bet in the Discord. So, yeah, that's it. We're out of here. Later, kids.